day has not disappointed, but I'm looking forward to getting to the finish line now. Slept at the church, and other than that I really can't remember. It has gone in a blur. It's been a bit brutal, but that's all in the title, isn't it, really? A bit tired, but doing good this morning. We've already had chocolate flapjack Kit Kat for breakfast, and we had a nap at the church, so I'm feeling a lot better after that.
I think we're both generally quite excited to be up in the Cheviots. We do spend a lot of time walking up here. It's sort of our local national park, and I mean this weather is just fantastic. So yeah, it's been a really tough few days, and there's definitely been some low points, but yeah, just getting up here onto the moorland, I'm really genuinely quite excited. Getting up onto Border Ridge and Windy Gyle and then up to the hut. Just a little bit of a distance to cover first. But
we know each other through Mountain Rescue in Northumberland. I think you came up with this crazy idea of doing this walk. Long walk to a pub, something like that. So we've been doing our training together. I'm not gonna lie, didn't think we were going to be able to walk the whole way together, but we've managed it.
Haven't fallen out yet.
Not just yet.
A few blisters. Thoroughly enjoyable, I really enjoy it. I'm from Northumberland, so to be crossing the Cheviots at the end is really quite stunning. I literally live, 40 miles from where I'm walking now, so it's really nice to be walking home. Met some really nice people on the way. High points and low points with them. The hardest bit, the hardest bits, there's a number of things really. That lack of sleep, you know what I mean? Grabbing an hour, once a day. Having to get into checkpoints, turn around quickly, and leaving those checkpoints at 8 o'clock at night, and that's the start of your walking day. You walk through the night, and it's just hard work. The bogs, I've never seen the place so wet in all my life. Wet socks from an hour in, and you just keep changing them every couple of times a day. I've never seen footpaths like it, to be honest. And guess what? A bit of bog to hop around.
I was sleep deprived coming over from Bellingham to Burness, and I totally underestimated that stage. By the time I got across the two boggy moors and got to the forestry, I was literally asleep on my feet. Very, very weird feeling, out of body almost. So I dutifully got my bivvy bag out, midges everywhere, and they love me. I fall asleep, but I wake up because they're crawling inside the bivvy. It's absolutely vile. I think, no, this isn't going to work. Went out of the forest, a bit higher, where you've got wind. I thought, we'll try here. No, I just ended up cold. I was feeling great yesterday, and I thought, no, I'm invincible, who needs sleep? And then I discovered what sleep deprivation looks like, and I don't think I've fully recovered yet, but I'm now up against cut-offs, so I can't spend too long asleep.
Can't believe how hot it is after all that really cold and wet weather. Got hypothermia at one point. That was on day one at Cowling. Massive rainstorm just caught me out. Got over that, but then now we're too hot. Foot management's biggest problem. Just very, very tired. The sun coming out and the warm weather, it makes you really drowsy. I'm struggling. I'd like it to just cool down because it makes the tiredness, the drowsiness a lot worse. Two words that are used on the spine race are brutal and resilience. Quite brutal in places, and both weather and the conditions underfoot. To get over that, you need a lot of resilience, and it is brutal, and it's difficult for people who haven't been on the hills in that bad weather to realise how bad it is.
Overnight was tough. That was hard work. The stretch from Hornstead's farm into Bellingham is very muddy, very boggy, and doing it in the dark was not fun. And also, I started getting the sleep deprivation hallucinations, so kept thinking I was seeing people who weren't there. So now it's daylight, and I've had a 5-minute power nap on the side of the trail. Things Those are a bit more positive. I've got a stubborn streak, so I don't want to give up, so determined to get to the end, so yeah.
Feeling quite good actually. So my feet have managed okay, so that's the main thing. Just want to get to the end as soon as possible. Enjoyed it. Well, except for the rain and the bogs and the mud.
So I'm raising money for Friends of the Earth. So all my friends and family have been contributing to that and sending me lovely messages. That's been keeping me going. Breaking it down into different sections as well. Like you can't kind of think about how far you've got to go at the start. You literally just day to day or stage to stage. Yeah, we've just done what we've done. Sue, like just done like 38 miles. So it's not part of a wider picture. It's just that's it.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna have a 2-hour rest, and then we're going to do another 42 miles.
Last night, I said it was the longest night of my life, and it was longer than the night I was in labour, because it was just so painful. We left Dufton at sunset and hit Crossfell Summit at sunrise. It's so hard. And Knockfell just didn't seem to arrive for ages. I'll be honest with you, I've volunteered on it for years, and I've done the Challenge of South, and I don't think I grasp the severity of just how much everything hurts. Everything hurts. Mentally, it's such a battle at times. But having said that, the best thing about it is the people that I've picked up along the way, because it just gets you through.
Good evening, Dot Watchers. You join me once again on the village green in Kirkyettam. It's been an action-packed day, and that day started way back in the early hours of the morning with the second and third women to finish the Montane Summer Spine Challenger North. Those athletes were, of course, Fern and Lucy Pringle, who were only separated by a couple of hours. Both of them arrived in great condition and in high spirits, though in Lucy Pringle's case that was partly down to her stopping up the hill just ahead of me here for a little nap before she made the run down to the finish line. It's always a little strange when a runner finishes overnight. Obviously, we are made very welcome here by the villagers of Kirkyettam, and the last thing we want to do is upset them by waking them up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So the applause is a little subdued, the cheering is restrained, but we whisked them inside and all sat down, had a cup of tea and a chat together. Massive congratulations from everybody here at the Montane Spine Race to both of those outstanding athletes. In less happy news, unfortunately, long-standing race leader Irene Kinnigan was forced to retire last night. She'd been so strong throughout, she'd made it all the way up to checkpoint 5 in Bellingham, but she arrived exhausted and cold and was simply unable to continue. What that means, of course, is we've had a change in the leaderboard. Sue Straw is now in the lead, ahead of Rachel Price in second, with Lynn Davies-Salstrom behind them. As Sue Straw left Bellingham just a little while before me recording this, she actually passed Rachel Price on the way in, so there is very little separating those two. By the time you watch this situation might have resolved itself, but right now it all comes down to how long Rachel spends in that checkpoint. Getting back to happy news for a moment, we have also put a medal round the neck of the second place runner in the Montane Summer Spine Race, that runner being Jake Hayes. Jake ran an excellent race, a really tactically sound race. He ran his own pace, he was unaffected by people around him, he kept on top of his admin, he made sensible decisions, and as we've seen repeatedly in the past, that can very often put you in a strong position to hold on to one of those podium spots as all around you fall to pieces. Congratulations to Jake, that was an excellent race and a thoroughly deserved second spot on the podium. Now, of course, we still have a great many runners out there. At the back of the course, our back markers are racing against a cut-off tonight at checkpoint 4 in Alston. 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is that cut-off. And just to be clear, it isn't just a case of needing to reach that point by 10 p.m. They need to have reached that checkpoint and they need to leave by 10 p.m. They may well squeak in at 9:58, but that will mean they have 2 minutes to perform their kit admin, 2 minutes to rest, 2 minutes to pack in food in that checkpoint before they are ushered back out the door onto the course. Skirting those cutoffs is extremely difficult. It leaves very, very little time for recovery as you move your way along the Pennine Way. Wish them luck. Keep following those dots at the back. You know we will be just as you are. We're just getting towards dinner time here in Kirk Yetholm, and the runners are about to face yet another night out there on the Pennine Way. Yes, there are more daylight hours here than in the winter, but those periods of darkness are still extremely tough. The fatigue really sets in when the sun starts to go down. Decision making becomes incredibly difficult. Motivation becomes harder to find than at any other point in the day. They're going to need your encouragement. They're going to need your support. Stick with us.